everybody, what's up? It's Natalie here, and today I am coming to you guys with a super casual video. I am currently in Miami right now, if you guys can't tell by the change of scenery, and I just really wanted to film a Q&A because by the time you guys are watching this, I will be in Europe. So yeah, I'm excited. I have not filmed one of these in so long, and I love that you guys get to know me through these. I feel like we become best friends, and I just love the response I get. So I asked you guys questions on Snapchat and on Instagram. So if you guys want to be a part of the next Q&A, then follow me on both of those. Also follow me on Twitter. I feel like I don't really have that many of you guys on Twitter because I don't talk on Twitter that often, but if you guys want Twitter Q&As, follow me on those. So I'm going to start with Snapchat questions. So you lovely humans asked me questions on Snapchat and I loved it. I got such a great response. I feel like I get more on Snapchat because it's more like no one else can see that you're asking it. But the first question I got is, if you could go anywhere with only one person, where would it be and with who? If I could go anywhere, I have a bucket list of places I really want to go. I want to go to Thailand, I want to go to Japan, I want to go to Australia, I want to go to Canada, I want to go to just other countries, I want to go to a lot more countries in Europe than I have been. I want to go to places in South America, so I just kind of want to travel the world and I think it'd be really fun to do that with my boyfriend or just really good friends and family. I feel like it's always more fun to do it with someone that you care about and stuff like that, so that's why I would love to do it with him, but realistically speaking, it's not going to happen anytime soon because we're both college students. The next question is, will you ever do a meet and greet in Charlotte? And I would love to do one. I don't know how many of you guys live there, so if you guys live there and want a meet and greet, let me know, and wherever you guys live, comment that down below so I can know where most of you live, so if I'm ever in that area, I can do a meet and greet. The next question is, if you could pick Italy, Australia, or Hawaii, to where would you live for 5 years? P.S. I love your videos, you're such an inspiration. Thank you so much. I love you so much, and the fact that I'm an inspiration is crazy. But this question I actually genuinely struggled to think about, because the thing is, Australia and Hawaii, I speak the language. Hawaii, it's in the US, which I'm familiar with. I'm familiar with the law, I'm familiar with everything, like the way it works, you know, and Italy, I don't speak Italian, but it's so beautiful. If I had to pick for actually permanently living, it might be Hawaii or Australia just because of the whole language thing, but they're both so far away from everything else, and like Italy is in Europe, so like it's close to other countries, so it's such a tough decision. I don't know, but Hawaii, I mean, come on, how can you say no to that? What colleges did you apply to other than NC State? I love you. Can you do a meetup in Raleigh or Durham? Again, I would love to do a meetup in Raleigh or Durham. If you guys are from there, let me know. But the other schools I applied to, I've said this before, but I don't know like the last time I had said it. Other schools I applied to were NC State, University of Miami, which is in Florida, Clemson, and Virginia Tech, and I was between Clemson and NC State, and I was really torn by that decision. After you graduate, where would you like to live? So this is something that I'm like thinking about every single day. So I have always wanted to live in New York City. That has always kind of been like my dream of mine since I was really little. I love going to New York. Every time I'm there, it feels like home. I love the city life. I've been there too many times to count, probably over 20 times I visited New York. So New York is like where my heart is, but realistically speaking, with the jobs I want to get, with the opportunities I have, and also the fact that I love the city, it would be Los Angeles. I know I'm the most cliche YouTuber ever if I do move there, but that would be something that I would love to do. Like, I'm visiting LA in August, and I'm really excited to see it, and again, I've been there before, but I don't know, I feel like realistically I might be going to LA, but like my heart is in New York, but I would also be so stoked to move to LA too, so I really don't know. What was the last picture you took with your phone? Greetings from Germany, by the way. Hello, that's so cool that you live in Germany and you watch my videos. I love these types of questions, so I'm gonna look at the last photo I took of myself on my phone. And besides all the screenshots from you guys, it was actually this picture that I posted on Instagram. It was like a bikini picture of me. Yeah, go follow me on Instagram. That was the last picture I took on my phone. And if you look, I have like 20 of the same picture because, you know, you have to take a million before you get the right one. What are your favorite spots in Miami when you go visit? What are the best restaurants, places to shop, or take nice photos? Would you ever consider doing a meetup here in South Florida? Again, I am flattered that so many of you want me to do a meetup because now I really want to do a meetup because I've never done one of those before. But my favorite things in Miami is my second home. If you guys don't know, I was like born and raised in a little suburb outside of Fort Lauderdale, so close enough to Miami. And we have a place down here now that I come to all the time, and my favorite places to go are, number one, have to have Cuban food. I will have Cuban food for every single meal if I could because I miss it so much, and café con leche. The other favorite things to do is South Beach is really fun, but again, I'm not really like in the South Beach area that often, but it is a good beach. It's just really crowded. I really like Windward Walls is good if you're here for the first time ever and you just want to get like a good Instagram picture that has like all the pretty walls. You guys have 100% seen it on Instagram. Another nice part of Miami, Aventura Mall. Hello, like biggest mall ever. I love it. Trying to think of other things. I don't know, it's like a home to me now, or it's basically my home, so I don't even know what to say. Just go to the beach and stuff. The next question is guy advice. How to get guys to notice you, how to get a conversation going, and would love a video on this also. I would love to do a whole video on this and bring my guy friends along on it. I think that would be a really fun video to do. But my favorite, what am I saying? My best tip to you guys to talk to boys is to let them just come naturally. Like you shouldn't have to force yourself to talk to a guy. If there's a guy that you really like and you want to talk to him, ask your friends if they know him maybe, but if not, just say, like, go up to him if it's at like a classroom or something and be like, hey, like, ask him about homework. I don't know, this is gonna sound really lame, but I literally didn't talk to guys until like 11th grade of high school, so I was one of these questions like, how do I talk to guys? I have no idea. So my best advice is just to become friends with them first. Don't be scared, they're human just like us, but just become friends with them before you're really seeking a relationship, I guess. And also another piece of advice is that if you're texting a guy and you're constantly texting him first, I know guys say that they like when girls make the first move, which is totally fine with me. I definitely am not one to like not text first. Like if I want to talk to someone, I'll just text them. But if they're not responding to you, just stop. My biggest advice for that is like, if you're texting a guy, good for you, go girl. Like I highly recommend making the first like texting move, I guess, if you're really like wanting them to text you. But if they don't respond, then I would just like never text them again until they text you. I don't know if that's like amazing advice, but me personally, I'd be like, all right, like they already got the message that I want to talk to them. Now is their chance. I'm done doing the work, basically, is my move for that. And the same for guys. If you guys are watching this, if you're texting a girl and she doesn't respond to you, I would just recommend not texting again. When was your first kiss? And when was your first kiss? Love you, Natty. Thank you so much. I love you too. My first kiss was in, like I said, I didn't talk to guys until 11th grade. So my first kiss was a little later in the game. It was going into 11th grade of high school, and it was really awkward. It was not good. I had liked this guy for a while, and we kissed in his car outside of like some shopping center. I don't even know. It was really awkward though because I was so nervous, and then yeah, no, it was just like not a good first kiss. But I mean, is anyone's first kiss good? No. Are you going on summer vacation? If so, where? I love you. Like I said in this video, yes, I am going on summer vacation. I'm currently on summer vacation right now. I'm so excited. If you guys want to follow my vlog channel, please feel free to follow that. I am going to start vlogging now that I'm on vacation. Now I'm going back to that bikini pic that I asked you guys to ask me questions on, and I'm going to try to answer as many as I can. I couldn't answer all the Snapchat ones, but I'm so sorry. I'm going to try to answer as many of these as I can. That's why I'm kind of going really fast by answering these. Katie Photo 15 asked, what is the one thing you like most about being a college student? So definitely, hands down, it is the freedom. Even when I'm home for the summer or for short little breaks, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to go back just so I can have the freedom again. I love my family and I miss them, but it is different because understandably your family's like, hey, where are you going? Why didn't you tell me? Like, you still have to follow my rules. You have to still go by our schedule now that you're home. And like in college, I'm so not used to that. Like everything is about me. Like, what do I want to do? When do I want to do this? You know, it's like I'm not really being told what to do constantly, so I definitely love the freedom. Ari Payne asked a couple questions, but one of them is, what is your favorite movie of the year so far? And I actually never go to the movie theaters, but I did go recently to see Wonder Woman, and that blew my mind. I loved that movie so much. If you guys have not seen it, I highly suggest it. It has an amazing message. It's just an amazing movie overall, and Gal Gadot, or Gal Gadot, I don't know how to say her name, is like 100% my girl crush. If you watch that movie, you will understand. Ali Lebu, I hope I'm saying that right, asked, I'm really good at math and I love math. And want to go to college for something that has a lot of it, what majors would you recommend for that? So for a math major, or for someone that loves math, there is a math major. There is engineering, which is highly focused in math, but it's also highly focused in science, so you kind of have to love both of them. And then there is accounting. Accounting is basically all numbers, so if you want to do that, or econ is a lot of math too. So I would recommend any of those majors, I think, for you if you really love math. Fight for Clear Sky said, what was the hardest class you took in college? Did you ever have to retake a class? If so, how did you deal with having failed? What's the most useful piece of advice you could give to a fellow engineering student? So for one of my videos, I had mentioned that C's get degrees, and I got so much hate in the comments for that, and I was just like, all right, bye people, like you guys just don't understand what I was trying to say. I was not trying to say if you get C's for every single class, then that's great. Obviously, strive to get an A, but if you get a C in your life, don't freak out. It's not the end of the world. I really want to do a video on reading hate comments because my engineering videos got a ton of those, and all of them from older males. Wonder why. Yeah, I would say I definitely had to retake one class. I've had to take physics, the first one, and that was my freshman year of college. I got a C minus and I needed a C. So I technically didn't fail, but I didn't get the required for my like major. I really was upset about that because I had studied so hard, and then all of a sudden I was like, great, like literally I might as well not have studied and not wasted my time because I'm gonna have to retake it anyways. But then I realized that's not a really smart way to think about it, because when I retook it, it was so much easier for me. I didn't have to study as much, and honestly, I learned that you need to try your best even if you fail. Like, try your best in everything that you do in life, because that is just going to set you up for a greater work ethic. Even if you're not the smartest person ever, if you try and have a good work ethic, I think that's really going to be a good just life skill in general, and people will see that. My biggest pet peeve is when people are like, oh yeah, like, I could have passed the class if I tried. It's like, all right, well, like, you didn't try, so you failed, so I don't know how is that supposed to be impressive? Like, I'm really smart if I try. Well, no one's gonna see that you're smart if you don't try. So I hate when people say that. Like, good for you for being naturally smart, even though no one can tell and you're not gonna do well in life. So, and I would really like to do reacting to hate comments. I think that'd be really funny because the ones I get, they're good ones. LFC Faye asked, what is your faith and belief? So for those of you guys who don't know, I try to kind of say it in my videos, but I am a Christian, and I really believe that if you just love Jesus with all your heart and you just read the Bible, and I use that as kind of like what I should follow in life. It's not really a set of rules, it's more of a relationship with Jesus. That is what I believe. If you guys want me to do a video on that, I totally can. But yeah, that's kind of my faith in a one sentence nutshell. Maryam Coter, I really hope I said that right. I'm so sorry. I recognize your name because you were always like chatting on Twitter and stuff. But she asked, how do you handle insecurity and low self-esteem? So this is going to be the last question that I answer, but I would love to do a whole video on this. I've already actually done a couple of these, so if you guys want to see them, totally can. But I am a human being. I get insecure, even though I put myself on the internet, and it's like #1 way to feel insecure is to put yourself on the internet. The way I deal with it now, I don't really care when I get hate comments. I'm like, okay, they literally have nothing better to do with their lives. Like, no matter what the hate comment is, I'm just like, all right, whatever, like, I'm gonna brush it off. And when you feel so insecure, just in your life in general, like, if a guy doesn't like you, or like, if you feel like you're lonely, or anything like that, like, the way I deal with it, again, kind of going back to my faith and belief, I always pray about it. I read my Bible when I'm kind of feeling lonely. I try to read my Bible every day, but especially in like times like that when you kind of are feeling insecure, not confident in yourself, it's good to go to the word and to what makes you realize like, hey, actually I am literally the daughter of the creator of the universe. I think that's something that I should be confident in myself for. So things like that, like I try to like pray about it and just remember my values when it comes to when I'm feeling insecure. Another thing that helps when feeling insecure and feeling unconfident is knowing that no one's life is perfect. Everyone feels this way. No matter how perfect other people's lives are on screen or on Instagram or on Twitter or on Snapchat or on anything, no one is gonna put their worst moment. Even on people's, I just learned what this is because I'm like a grandma on a Finsta. I don't have one, but I like see that my little sister has one and I'm like, what the heck is that? Even on that, like people are like, oh, it's like you put your real life on there. People are still not gonna put on, I'm sorry, but I don't care how open you are, no one is gonna put their worst of themselves on the internet in any form. Like if I have literally spent the day crying on the floor because of how insecure I feel, how unconfident I feel, how ugly I feel, I'm not about to vlog that. I'm not about to put that on the internet. Like I don't care how real and genuine and open I am with my followers, like people don't put that on there because that is something that you just feel internally and you don't want the world to know, no matter how open you are. So I really think that's important because a lot of people look to social media now as like blurring the lines between that's their life. I'm like just like a person on an iPhone screen, but that's not it. There's so much more that you guys don't know about me. There's so much more. I could be doing these videos too and telling you about this, but like you guys still are not going to know my weakest moments. So I think that's also important to understand that a lot of literally every human being feels this way sometimes, and that there is no reason to feel that way because you are wonderful and you are fearfully and wonderfully made. One of my favorite Bible verses. But yeah, I hope that helped in any way. If you guys want me to do a whole huge video on it, let me know. I love doing advice videos. But those are all the questions that I answered. Thank you so much for answering or for asking all these questions, and I love talking to you guys, so thank you. And I will see you guys in my next video. I don't know why I said that. All right, bye guys.